How much money would you need to say, I am financially free? $1 million? 100,000? Or a huge monthly salary? The truth is, there is no single number that works for everyone. Someone who lives on $1,000 a month does not need the same amount as someone who spends $5,000. So instead of searching for a magic number online, start with the most important question. How much do you actually need to cover your lifestyle without depending entirely on your paycheck? That is where the real financial freedom equation begins. If you want to discover your personal financial freedom number, start with your expenses, not your income. Add up your housing, food, transportation, bills, insurance, and essential needs. Then include the other expenses that are important to your lifestyle. Calculate your real average monthly spending. This number matters because it tells you how much money you actually need to maintain your current life. And the better you understand your expenses, the more realistic your financial goal becomes, instead of relying on guesses or arbitrary numbers from the internet. Now, take your average monthly expenses and multiply them by 12. Why? Because financial freedom is not only about what you need today, it is about what you need throughout an entire year. If your monthly expenses are $2,000, your annual spending would be approximately $24,000. But don't stop there. Inflation, unexpected expenses, and changes in your lifestyle can affect the number. So this is not your final target. It is simply the starting point for understanding the real scale of what you need. Now, we need to separate two concepts that many people confuse: financial security and financial freedom. Financial security may mean having an emergency reserve that can cover your expenses when an unexpected problem occurs. Financial freedom is a larger goal. It means having resources, assets, or sustainable income that give you greater ability to cover your expenses without depending entirely on employment. So don't make your first goal reaching some enormous number. Build layers of financial security first, then gradually move toward greater independence and freedom. There is another factor that can completely change the game: your savings rate. Imagine two people earning exactly the same income. One spends almost everything they earn, while the other consistently saves a portion of their income. Over time, the second person builds capital that can be used for emergencies, investing, or starting a business. So don't look at your income alone. Look at the difference between what comes into your account and what goes out. That difference is the fuel that can finance your journey toward financial freedom. This is where an important concept appears. The money you save can potentially become a productive asset instead of simply remaining a number in your bank account. Depending on the investment options that fit your goals, different assets may offer opportunities for long-term growth, but investing involves risk, and returns are never guaranteed. So don't search for a magical investment. Learn about risk, diversification, fees, and time horizons first. The goal isn't to double your money quickly. It is to give your capital a reasonable opportunity to grow through a thoughtful, long-term approach. You may have heard of an approximate rule used in some discussions about financial independence: having around 25 times your annual expenses. This idea is associated with an annual withdrawal rate of roughly 4%. But it is not a guarantee or a fixed rule that works for everyone. Taxes, inflation, investment returns, retirement length, and market volatility can all change the outcome. So use the 25x rule as a starting framework for understanding the size of your goal, not as a guaranteed number that you can rely on without considering your personal circumstances. And now comes the surprising part. If you reduce your essential expenses, the amount you need for financial freedom may decrease as well. Imagine one person needs $3,000 per month, while another can live comfortably on $2,000. That difference is not just $1,000 per month. Over time, it can significantly change the amount of capital needed for financial independence. This is why financial freedom isn't only about increasing your income. Sometimes improving the way you use your money can move you toward your goal just as powerfully. Reducing expenses doesn't mean eliminating everything you enjoy or living in a state of constant deprivation. The goal is to understand the difference between what you need and what you want, and to spend on the things that genuinely add value to your life. If you make your budget so restrictive that you cannot maintain it, you may abandon it quickly. A good financial system needs to be sustainable. So find the balance. Enjoy your life today while protecting your ability to build a more flexible future. There's a limit to how much you can save by cutting expenses, but your ability to increase your income can potentially be much greater. Developing a valuable skill, getting a better job, freelancing, or building a business can increase the gap between your income and your expenses. And the larger that gap becomes, the more you may be able to save and invest. So don't make financial freedom only about spending less. Work on both sides of the equation. Spend wisely while also looking for realistic ways to increase your earning power. So how do you begin? Write down your average monthly expenses. Multiply that amount by 12 to estimate your annual spending. Then think about the level of independence you want, the income sources that could remain sustainable, and the assets that could potentially grow over time. If you use a framework such as 25 times your annual expenses, remember that it is only an estimate, not a guarantee. Your personal number should take into account your lifestyle, goals, risk tolerance, and time horizon, not some random number you saw in an online video. In the end, there is no magic number that automatically makes you financially free. Your real number begins with the cost of your lifestyle and is influenced by your income, savings rate, assets, investments, risk tolerance, and the length of time you need your money to support you. So don't ask only, how much money do I need? Ask instead, how much do I need to live the life I want, and what system can make that money sustainable? Once you understand the answer, financial freedom becomes less of a vague dream and more of a goal you can plan for.